Hello YouTube and welcome back to another Dare to Game video. Today we're playing Elden Ring and we're doing another weapon video. Today we're doing top 5 best Greataxes and where to find them. So you can see we've got a great old big Greataxe over our shoulder and that's going to be the theme, just big old axes. So we're going to be testing these like we always do. All the weapons are going to be maxed out and the stats are going to be maxed as well. So all things being considered equal, it makes it a pretty even ranking so you don't see any skill stacking affecting certain weapons more than others. So with all that in mind, we're just going to dive on in and start off with number 5. So at number 5 we have the Greataxe. Just a stock sounding weapon, and you can see I've got it here. Just looks like a big old normal axe. I mean, way too thick. It's more like a splitting maul, but you know, that's what it looks like. As far as stats on this one are concerned, we have a max attack power of 897 and an average guarded damage negation of 40.8. This one does not have any passive effects, and it has the barbaric roar two-handed effect. As far as attributes required to use this one, decently high strength requirement of 30, but a dexterity of only 8, and then nothing else. So not that hard to get, especially if you're going for a sort of barbarian warrior axe build. So that is stats. As far as getting this one, again, it's also decently easy, or at least decently straightforward. You're going to want to come over here so you can see we're in the Limgrave region, and then you're going to want to make your way down and around this road. You can see the waypoint runes are pretty close, and there is a moving troll cart coming by, and this axe is going to be in the chest in the back of it. So you just have to kill at least one of the trolls to stop the cart, and obviously you're probably going to have to take care of some of the people guarding it, otherwise they'll probably kill you. But then you get in the back, and you grab this axe out of the chest. So that is where and how you get it. Here we have the light attack from stealth. Here we just have the standard light attack. Here we're going to have the heavy attack. And then now we'll show you the two-handed attack. So this one's going to just be the war cry. So you can see that's just going to buff us a little bit. Makes it so we can quick attack decently quick. I think takes less damage too. Can't remember all the things the Warcry does to us, but it's a decently useful thing. And so that is the Greataxe at number 5. Let's move on to number 4. Alright, and so at the number 4 spot, we have the Sacred Butchering Knife. And so you can see this one is probably not by most people's definitions an axe, but it does operate in exactly the same manner in the game. So it just has a great big cleaver looking appearance. As far as stats on this one go, we have a max attack power of 907, so a step above the last, and an average guarded damage negation of 34.8, so actually a bit lower than the last. And so for this one's attributes required to use this one, it's actually a bit lower, so strength of only 16 and dexterity of 20, no faith or intelligence or arcane really requirements. No passive effects on this one, but it does have the barbaric roar two-handed attack, so that also is pretty useful. As far as how to get this one, you're actually going to want to, well, first of all, you get it from Anastasia Tarnished Eater, and so she'll show up multiple times, but the time that you'll get this is at the Corpse Stench Shack. So you can see we're up here by Mount Gelmir. The best way to get here is to come to the Bridge of Iniquity and then just travel along this path as far as you can until you get to Corpse Stench Shack. And she will invade you around here, and once you've killed her, she will drop this weapon. That is how you get the Sacred Butchering Knife. Alright, and so for combat, we're going to show our light attack here. Light, of course, being a relative term. This heavy of a weapon is obviously going to deal decent heavy damage, and of course, do pretty good at shield breaking. There's our heavy attack. You can see it looks pretty standard there, but of course, the good thing here is where we're able to use that two-handed stance, so once we've done that, it's going to transform. So basically it increases our attack power and also transforms the heavy attacks into combo attacks. So it makes them go much quicker. So I'll just show you that one more time. We go into that. It's going to speed up our heavy attacks substantially and turn them into a big old heavy attack. Or a big old combo attack, I should say. Which makes it pretty dang effective in combat against quite a few more opponents, or just dealing more damage quicker. So yeah, that is the Sacred Butchering Knife. Let's move on to number 3. Alright, and so for number 3, we have the Winged Greathorn. So you can see we've got it here. It's a real goofy looking weapon, roughly in the shape of an axe, I guess. It would be a really ineffective axe in real life, but it's kind of shaped like an axe. As far as stats on this one go, we have a max attack bar of 932 and an average guarded damage negation of 37.5. For attributes required, 30 strength and 20 dexterity, so decently high, but not unattainable for someone who's going for a great axe build. No passive effects, and this one has the two-handed effect of Soul Stifler. So to get this one, you're going to need to do a couple steps. So first of all, you need to kill the Regal Ancestor, which you'll find here in Nokron Eternal City, which is where I'm located. And to do that, it's, again, got a couple steps. So you're going to want to come down to this area. I think it's called the Sacred Field. And over here, right there where I just put that marker, is going to be the Regal Ancestor, or how you get to it. But of course you can't just go there and do it. There's a bunch of torches around this area. You just have to find, there's either 8 or 9 of these scattered around the area. You have to light them all, and once you do, you'll be able to go over and touch the remains of the Regal Ancestor, and it'll transport you to a boss fight. You kill the Regal Ancestor, and you will get a remembrance. Once you've gotten that remembrance, you come up to Round Table Hold, and you come in and trade it to Enya, and once you've traded it, once you get to her, you'll be able to trade it for this axe. So that is how you get the Winged Greathorn. Alright, so as far as using it in combat, our light attack, or again, you know, relatively speaking, light attack, looks something like that, deals decent damage, swings decently fast considering how large the weapon is. Heavy attack's pretty standard, deals quite a bit of damage, and of course is a bit slower to instigate. But then, again, we're going to see a special effect with our two-handed attack. So the Stole Sifler attack raises a miasma, which lowers the enemy's health and combat power within that ring, making it a decently powerful attack for someone who's not terrible with Greataxes. But it affects the people within it, so you can see the little ring's gone, but they've still got that light blue aura around them. So that's what this special attack is for. It's obviously, again, you're going to see the most returns with that fighting bosses, but it also works on all enemy types. So yeah, like I said, it's a decently powerful two-handed attack. So that is number 3, the Winged Greathorn. Let's move on to number 2. All right, and so at number 2, our runner-up, we have the Axe of Godrick, which I have to say is one of the most axe-looking axes so far on this list. It actually looks quite a bit like it, and actually looks pretty cool in my opinion. It's a little bit over the top, like always, but it's decently cool looking. As far as stats on this bad boy go, we have a max attack power of 943 and an average guarded damage negation of 37.5. This one has a strength requirement of 34 and dexterity of 22, so again, can be easily used by just standard melee builds. And this one has no passive effects, but it does have a special attack called I Command Thee Kneel for our two-handed effect. So pretty cool there, and I actually really like that attack. As far as getting this one goes, you actually have to make your way through Stormvale Castle, so it should be one of the first places you go in the game, or at least it's usually is for me. And once you get to the end, you'll make your way to Godrick the Grafted, who is the first of the shard bearers that you're going to find. And you kill him, so pretty straightforward there, and then you'll get the Remembrance of the Grafted, which you can then take to the Round Table Hold and turn in to Enya, just like I showed you for the last one for the Winged Greathorn. And when you turn it in, you can trade it for this axe. So that is how you get Godrick's axe. As far as attacks are concerned with this axe, light attack is pretty standard. I actually like this one more than a lot of the other heavy axes because it's got just a little bit longer reach. Here's our heavy attack. I liked that little boop for the horn call. Alright, but the fun thing again about Godrick's axe is going to be the two-handed attack. So basically when we do it, it's going to make 2 big old earthquakes, and if you follow it up by either a light attack or a heavy attack, it'll make a third one. And I missed it. Yeah, but so you can see, pretty cool attack. And like I said, just a decent weapon overall. So I'm a big fan of this one. Like I said, well, obviously because it took my number 2 spot, so it's one that I enjoy quite a bit. I find that it swings fast enough for the damage it does, and like I said, it has that advantage of having a slightly longer reach than some of the other Greataxes, or at least that's the way it seems. Plus, the Great Attack is a lot of fun. And so that is number 2, Axe of Godrick. Let's move on to the best Great Axe in the game at number 1. All right, and so for the number 1 spot, we have the Gargoyle's Black Axe, another one that actually looks vaguely axe-like. I actually kind of like this one a lot, other than the fact that it's a bit shorter, so the reach isn't quite as good as Godrick's. So that's what it looks like. I think it looks pretty cool. As far as stats on this one go, we have a max attack power of 1007, so a decent chunk higher than the Axe of Godrick, and an average guarded damage negation of 33.6. As for attributes, this one requires 22 strength, 8 dex, and actually 22 faith, so this one does have a faith requirement. No passive effects, and it has the Warcry two-handed effect. So as far as getting this one, you get it by killing the Black Blade Kindred, and now there are 2 of them that will spawn around the map, or at least I'm pretty sure there are only 2. One of them spawns here at the Bestial Sanctum, so the first time you come up here, there's going to be one of them here, and the other one will be right here before the Grand Lift of Rold. So between the Forbidden Lands entrance and the Grand Lift of Rold, it'll usually spawn somewhere here. I can't say for sure which one drops it or if both drop it. I seem to be like my notes are contradicting each other because I have multiple different weapons coming from the ones up by the mountaintops of the giants. So it's possible that this one also drops where the Gargoyle's Twin Blade drops up by the, like I showed you by the Grand Lift of Rold, or it might drop here. Either way, it's the same type of boss fight, so you're going to have to fight a Black Blade Kindred, which is just a big troll. So that is how you get this axe. And so I should say the only downside about this axe is that you can't infuse it with Ashes of War, so that in some people's opinions, that's going to make some of the weapons that have a lower, standard attack, it's going to make them better because you're going to be able to add a specific Ashes of War that you like. So I guess I should have qualified that with these ones, is that yes, if there's a specific Ashes of War that you enjoy having on your heavy weapons, then you might want to go with a more basic one so you can use whichever Ashes of War upgrade you want. But so I just used the light attack and the strong attack. Here is our two-handed attack, which gives us that war cry. So with war cry active, we're gonna be it'll turn our heavy attacks. I'll show you here after I initiate it fresh. So here, it turns the heavy attacks into charging attacks. So instead of just doing a standard heavy attack, we can do this. So it gives us that real powerful one where we lunge forward and do a strike. So it's got a pretty fun attack. I do like the Warcry one. It makes our heavy attacks all that much stronger. And I'm pretty sure when you initiate it, like once you've started the charge, you don't get knocked out of it. So it's a pretty useful attack, and I think it works well with your barbarian, large, two-handed axe style approach. So that is all 5 of the top 5 best great axes. I've showed you what they do, what their stats are, and where to find them. Hope you enjoyed this, but in any case, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching another Dare to Game video. If you liked this video, please leave a like and a comment. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. If you like my content and would like to support this channel, consider becoming a member today for as little as $1.99 a month. It makes a huge difference. But in any case, thanks for watching and have a nice day. I'll see you next time.